I'm from the Lakeville District Library, and I'm here today to introduce our new program, Read Around Town. Today I am at the Lindenhurst Police Department with Officer Pederson, and he is going to show us a little bit about his uniform, his squad car that he has, and then he'll read us a story.
Hi everyone, I'm Officer Pederson with the Lindenhurst Police Department, and today I'd like to show you my office that we drive around town with, and a little bit about our uniform and how to identify a police officer. So a couple things to identify a police officer would be our patch on our side, look for the police at the bottom. We have badges sewn on our chest, and we have our names embroidered on our chest as well. We have radios that we can communicate with dispatch with. We have flashlights to help us see at night. Cell phones to take pictures and call, whatever we need for with that. And these are our handcuffs that we arrest bad people with. And now we'll move on to the office. So this is a fourth floor with the Lindenhurst Police on the side. How you can identify the police car as. We have lights on the top. We have a little spotlight in the front that we can turn on. Let's go inside. So we have our computer. We have our computer that we can run plates with and do all kinds of things with. We have the control switch right here. It turns the lights on. And that's how we can move traffic and stop people and pull people over. And then we have our little radio here that we can talk to each other with. And we have flashlights in here and all kinds of gear as well. And this is where the bad people sit. And this is where you don't want to be. All right, everybody, and now we're going to read a book called Officer Buckle and Gloria by Peggy Rathman. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone in Natville. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to the bulletin board. Safety tip 77, never stand on a swivel chair. Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students at Natville School. Nobody ever listened. Sometimes there was snoring. Afterward, it was business as usual. Miss Topple, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle. Miss Topple didn't hear him. Then one day, Natville's police department bought a police dog named Gloria. When it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety speech at the school, Gloria went along. "Children, this is Gloria," Officer announced. "Children, this is Gloria," announced Officer Buckle. "Gloria obeys my commands. Gloria, sit," and Gloria sat. Officer Buckle gave safety tip number 1, keep your shoelaces tied. The children sat up and stared. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. She was. Safety tip number 2, said Officer Buckle, always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. The children's eyes popped. Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. Good dog, he said. Officer Buckle thought of safety tip he discovered that morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might sit on it. The audience roared. Officer Buckle grinned. He said the rest of the tips with plenty of expression. The children clapped their hands and cheered. Some of them laughed until they cried. Officer Buckle was surprised. He had never noticed how funny safety tips could be. After the safety tip speech, there wasn't a single accident. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from students at Natville School. Every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought the drawings showed a lot of imagination. His favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper. It said, "You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend, Claire. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet, safety tip number 7. Officer Buckle was thumbtacking Claire's letter to his bulletin board when the phone started ringing. Grade schools, high schools, and daycare centers were calling about the safety speech. Officer Buckle, they said, our students want to hear your safety tips, and please bring along that police dog. Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. Every speech Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a bite. Then one day, a television news team videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. When he finished safety tip 99, do not go swimming during electrical storms, the students jumped to their feet and applauded. Bravo, bravo, they cheered. Officer Buckle bowed again and again. That night, Officer Buckle watched on the 10 o'clock news. The next day, the principal of Natville School telephoned the police station. Good morning, Officer Buckle. It's time for our safety speech. Officer Buckle frowned. I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyway. Oh, and Miss Topple? Well, how about Gloria? Could she come? Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to the school. Gloria sat on stage looking lonely. Then she fell asleep. So did the audience. After Gloria left, Natville School had its biggest accident ever. It started with a puddle of banana pudding, splat, splat, sploosh. Everyone slid smack into Miss Topple, who screamed and let go of her hammer. The next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Everyone had a drawing of the accident. Officer Buckle was shocked. At the bottom of the pile was a note written on a paper star. Officer Buckle smiled. The note said, Gloria missed you yesterday. Your friend Claire. P.S. Don't worry, I was wearing my helmet. Gloria gave Officer Buckle a big kiss on the nose. Officer Buckle gave Gloria a nice pat on the back. Then Officer Buckle thought of his best safety tip yet. Safety tip 101. Always stick with your buddy. Thank you very much for coming out.